Magandang araw, partner. Talaga nga namang nakaka-excite ang ating inihain na presentasyon about 6 fallacies of ambiguous language.
Nako partner, sigurado ako maraming mapupulot na aral ang mga manonood sa inihanda nating presentasyon ngayon. So what we are waiting for? Gina!
At ito na nga, partner, ang ating pinakahihintay, ang examples ng bawat fallacies.
True partner! Kaya para sa ating mga mahal na manonood, narito ang mga hinihanda naming examples ng fallacies of ambiguous language.
The first fallacy that we will tackle is equivocation. Equivocation consists in using the same term with different meanings in the same argument. Moreover, it is caused by inattention to the shifting meaning of a word.
Kasalukuyang usap-usapan ngayon ang bagong panukalang batas na ipinasa sa Kongreso. Kung kaya't inimbitahan natin ngayon si Senator Danny Santos para tanungin siya patungkol rito. Good morning, Senator Danny.
Good morning, Aira.
Senator, naging maugong ang usapin ngayon patungkol sa panibagong batas na ipinanukala sa Kamara. Maraming natuwa at may ilan ring hindi sumang-ayon. Kung kaya't, Senator, I will ask you, do you support the new law that is being proposed?
I think that the new law has to do with an interesting and important topic. This is a topic that I know quite a bit about, and others have been discussing it often lately, which could help more people learn about it too. Furthermore, this is something that I care about and will continue to care about
Salamat,
over time.
Senator.
In the first example of equivocation, the politician equivocates by using evasive language which involves making a lot of vague, semi-related statements instead of directly answering the question at hand.
Sino nakabasag ng paborito kong base? Ang ganda pa naman ito sa halaman ko. Tawagan nga si Anne.
Bakit, ma?
Hello, Anne.
Alam mong oras ng trabaho ko eh.
Anne, did you know we broke the base?
I don't know. Probably someone. Bye.
In the second example of equivocation, here, Anne is equivocating by giving an ambiguous answer that is technically true but that doesn't contain the information her parent is looking for.
Mga pre, ano? Kumusta? Sarap ba yung ice cream na binibenta ko?
Pre, I love the ice cream. Alam mo yun? Parang ayaw mo na tigilan sa sobrang syrup.
Why don't you marry it then?
Well, the assumption when the second man said, I love the ice cream, he mean it's really delicious and he is enjoying it. He doesn't mean that he want to have a lifelong partnership with it.
The second one is amphiboly. Amphiboly arises from the ambiguous use not of a single word but of a phrase or of a complete sentence.
A reckless motorist struck and injured a student who was jogging through the campus in his pickup truck. Therefore, it is unsafe to jog in your pickup truck.
In this example of amphiboly, the premise actually heard on a radio broadcast could be interpreted in different ways, creating the possibility of a fallacious inference to the conclusion. The third one is accent or prosody. Accent or prosody arises from a false accent or from a false emphasis in speech. Good day, class. Today, we will have a discussion about the fallacies of ambiguous language. So, let's start with the accent or prosody. Ano nga ba to? Ano nga ba yung accent or prosody na to? So, ito ay ang maling diin o stress sa isang salita sa isang pangungusap. So, para mas lalo nyo pang maintindihan, I will give you an example. Present ko dito sa meet natin. Nakikita nyo na ba? Okay. So, babasahin ko ha. George turned in his assignment on time today. Therefore, George usually turns in his assignment late. So, paano nga ba naging fallacy yung example na binigay ko? Paano nga ba naging fallacy yon? So, here, the premise may be true if read without inflection. But, if it is read with heavy stress on the last word, seems to imply the truth of the conclusion. The fourth one is composition. Composition consists in taking collectively what should be taken individually. In other words, a term is first used in its distributive sense and then in its collective sense.
Made of light materials? Wow! So every part of this machine is light in weight. Therefore, this machine as a whole must be light too. Ang ganda naman ito.
In this premise, the guy already gave a specific judgment about the machine that he saw online. He assumes that the machine is light in weight because it is made of light materials, which is impossible in reality.
Hello coach, malapit na daw mag-start yung conference ng volleyball. Nasabi daw ng management, kailangan daw natin pumili ng mga magaling na players.
Sige, kukunin ko na mga magagaling na players. Sino kaya mga pwede kong piliin? Kailangan pumili ako ng mga best players in their positions. Then, this must be a team. Unahin natin si Eliza Spiker. Sumunod, si Jaja Blacker. Pangatlo, Gia Setter. Kaya si Don Libero. Si Din outside. Kailangan ko pa ng isa para sa utility. Si Gemma utility. Ayan, kompleto na. That's it. Sure ako na mananalo.
In this example, the coach of the team concluded that they will surely win in the game and become the best team in town because he selected some of best players.
The fifth one is division. Division consists in taking individually what should be taken collectively. As we can see, this is the total opposite of composition. Furthermore, we use a term first in its collective sense and then in its distributive sense. Good morning, class! So, for today's recitation, may ipapakita akong picture na kung saan makikita ang flag ng mga bansa sa buong mundo. Okay? So, ang kailangan nyo lang gawin ay sabihin kung anong bansa ito. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Gets? Okay, ready?
United States of America po,
Okay,
ma'am.
very good. That's correct. Class, alam nyo ba na ang United States is one of the richest countries in the world? Therefore, everyone living in the United States must be rich.
Here, the fallacy occurs because it is falsely inferred that everyone living in the United States is rich from the fact that the country is rich.
Last but not the least, we have complex question. Complex question is so worded that a simple answer may be an answer to many unasked questions. Furthermore, it is also a tricky and a misleading question.
Hello, babe.
Hello. Anong oras na?
Did you
Ba't
stop
patawag ka?
cheating on me?
In this premise, the girl asked her boyfriend with a complex question that is answerable by yes or no, but has a complicit judgment. As we can see, it is tricky and a misleading question that can end the relationship. Therefore, her boyfriend decided to ignore and not answer her question.
Understanding logical fallacies can help students evaluate the credibility of marketing messages, activist appeal, and research sources. And they can use this knowledge to strengthen their persuasive writing and earn better grades on their assignments. It is also important to study fallacies so you can avoid conflict and misunderstanding in the arguments you make on your daily lives. Studying fallacies also provides you with a foundation for evaluating and critiquing other arguments as well. At yun na nga, partner. Nasaksihan natin ang detalyadong impormasyon tungkol sa fallacies of ambiguous language.
Tama ka dyan, partner. Naibahagi ng ating presentasyon ang definisyon at kahalagahan ng pag-aaral ng mga ito at syempre, may kasamang mga halimbawa.
Naway may natutunan ng ating mga manonood sa inihanda nating presentasyon ngayong araw. Muli, kami po ang Group 1 na tumalakay sa 6 fallacies of ambiguous language. Maraming salamat.